Greetings and welcome to the energy of Leo. No matter what I say in this reading, there's going to be an inner skeptic that will irrefutably, irrevocably think otherwise. And that's the beauty of Leo, the focus and the stability that one finds in the inner flame, the inner fire, the sacred fire, okay, is pure. And it's unadulterated, and it's something that cannot be touched. It's something that cannot be manipulated. There's a feral energy tied to Leo, okay, the wild cat, the excuse me, the matriarch, and it is untouchable. So take what you will of this reading. You don't have to invest into it. I'm not asking you to invest into it at all. Period. So if you find that there's resonance, I don't really care. And this is not a defensive thing. This is something that is that what I naturally find in working with Leonic energy, okay, solar energy in particular, okay. So it's bright as the sun. It's very soothing, but it can hurt like hell if you're in the desert. Anyways, we are going into the reading now, and we are working with the energy of Leo. The fifth house is open, solar energy is here. And we'll also look at the karma for the month of April 2024. Swiftly, we'll go into a 9-card spread known as the Great Mirror. It's not going to be a very long reading. So we'll go ahead and get started now. The Great Mirror basically is a way to see a specific relationship, and it will show you modes of consciousness, karmic resonances between Leo and a significant other. So between you and a significant other. It does not have to resonate with you. I would prefer it not to. But we'll see how deep it goes and see what kind of karmas have to be executed between you and this person. 4 and 5. Okay, so in the context of this reading, you are dealing in the month of April, January, February, March, April. In the month of April, basically, there's a certain activation here between you and a chance occurrence, someone else. Okay, both of you are working together. It's a type of companion, and it will bring forward 2 sevens. Okay, one is the seven of rods in the reverse. The other is the 7 of swords in the upright in the future position here. So when fire goes into air, at least in terms of the alchemy of those two, air feeds fire. So there's something about the past, okay, and essentially connecting with that energy. Connecting big time with that energy with the 4 of rods, okay? This is a new beginning. It's something like an old flame, but a new beginning with an old flame, something like that. With the 7 here, this activates your 7th house. There's a lot of 7 energy here, and this is the house of service. It's the house of sacrifice. So what I'm seeing is that it leads to the Queen of Rods. Something about what you envision here has put a fire under under your throne, under what you would use to naturally to oversee certain things. Okay, and it's putting you in a position to connect or reconnect with someone and start something with them. This is like retracing the steps of the past. But one person in particular has activated this. You have helped to envision this, and it brings a sense of empowerment. But how much? In the future, there is a chance of seeing how the path of independence is also the path of dependence. How there is a difference between both, and just because one person is independent does not necessarily mean that the other person is also independent. So it goes different layers, but ultimately I do see here an old flame being rekindled in terms of karma. And perhaps this is something that you want. If it is something that you want, you have made it happen, more so than the other person. Okay, now let's see here. 1, 2, Okay, so this deck is ready. Okay, so there's a very strong, I would call it an intuition between you and this person. It's shared, something that you invest in, but not too much. They're waiting on you to invest. This person is enterprising. They have also, they want to be an equal sort of partnership with you. But what they give is something of a return. They have to give. They have to give after they get something. So there's a very strong conditionality to the way they approach things. Let's see here. The 10. So on a very deep level, it's the 10 of rods for them. They carry a burden that is not their own. It's not your burden, but they often carry this history, and it's like triple burnout, forever waiting sort of energy, forever waiting, but in a type of condition. Now, when it comes to the context of this reading, you are here to stabilize your body, your energetic field, and really come into a place of good health, and also of practicality, of being grounded. That's how you are portrayed. At the same time, it's like you want to be numb, or there's something about the process of these types of relationships that may seem like you've been through it already. There's a realm here of experience that speaks about authenticity. It also speaks about the gifts that we have in terms of experience, and how these gifts can be sort of already known. It's like you've already been there. So this person won't give until they get, and there's something about them that has this like waiting energy. Okay, so now this is a situation with great potential. The chariot wants to make itself known here with 2 horses in the bridge position, right here, 1 and 2. The Knight of Cups as well as the Knight of Rods, and chariots. It's suggested, but it's not totally known. So there's a need to do the right thing in terms of placing the energies in the right place. Also, there is the World card in reverse here, activating the fixed cross, and Leo's card very strong here. There's a need for independence, and it's sort of blocking the situation. A need for also Leo to be free, and also for the person that you're dealing with to be able to offer in the right places. They do have a strong desire to give you a great deal, but once again, they're waiting in order to give it. They're waiting. I don't know why. They seem to be waiting. And there's a burden here of a lot of energies that are not necessarily their own. It comes from a great deal of expectation of this give and take energy. With the Hermit card in reverse, there will be a coming out and a celebration of the path. Okay, a coming out of one's shell, a coming out of isolation in order to produce an effect. The effect that's being produced is the World in reverse. There's a sort of stoppage time, or a standstill, a stalemate that's here, that talks about a lot of conditions, okay? And these conditions being sort of the block in the actual work that's supposed to be had. Also, as an outcome card, we have the Eight of Cups, and usually that speaks about independence on the path of Cancer and the path of the 4th house. And so both of you behave in this maneuverability of controlling, redirecting the flow of the path, the flow of water, the flow of love. So this is a very difficult situation. It's sort of a pipe dream, and it's hard to maintain and stabilize. especially because of all these expectations that they have. There's almost like a knowing of where the path will lead on your end, and it feels like you sincerely both want to give to each other, but there's stuff that they have to do in particular that's too heavy. They feel, generally speaking, burnt out when it comes to situations like this, and that's why they have such great expectations. Yeah, in terms of advice, we have here judgment in reverse. There is a chance, there's a window here. There was a window, especially in past tense, of some form of reunion with an old flame. But that time is gone now. And that's what I'm seeing in this reading. Very interesting reading, very complex. And I'm not going to go in it any further. I'd rather not. Anyways, have a good day. Bye-bye.